Hello, Chris here from My Stamp Lady, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you could come to see how to make this shaker card, and also a little trick with this little piece here that I did. So let's get started. Okay, to start with, I took this is just a half of an 8.5 by 11, so 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of cardstock folded in half to make my base. And then this is cut to 3 3/4 by 5 inches for my top piece here. Now I wanted to put the full heart in the back for my shaker, so I took my full heart punch here and I went over to this left side, and of course I have to put it within the area that it will reach, so that's why it's down in this area down here. And then I took, let's pull in the Big Shot, and I ran it through the Big Shot to get it with that honeycomb shape. Down, and then just lining this up in the honeycomb and running it through. So I've run that through with the honeycomb, and now I have that pattern on the background. And then I'm going to pull in, and this is how I lined up my heart. I am using this single stamp that says Happy Valentine's Day, and it's available right now as a special. Check out the specials on my website, www.mystamplady.com. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have already placed this on my imaging sheet from my Stamp-A-Majig, and if you want to see how to do that, just go to my YouTube channel, and I have a couple of videos showing how to use the Stamp-A-Majig. Okay, so to put this heart, I placed my top piece around the heart and on the over the imaging sheet, and then I said, okay, this is where I want my top sheet centered, so I can remove that, put my little T-square up here in the corner, there we go, take that away, and then go down and up here, and now I have my heart where I want it, so that when I put this over it, it will be centered underneath. Okay, move that aside. So then I just took this piece, took a little sponge, and with crumb cake ink, I just added a bit of ink over the top, kind of the raised areas. Oh, there we go. And got this like this. Okay. There we go, I added a little bit of ink. So now when you do a shaker card, you'll need a piece of acetate or window sheet to cover up that spot so that the glitter, or in my case I'm putting in some of the glass glitter, and so you don't want it to come through. You could put confetti or a variety of things. So I've taken a piece of window sheet and cut it down to size, and then I'm just putting that over that heart area. Now I am going to use the circle, the little shaker frames, but you'll notice it's a heart, and so I had to take a little cut. I took a little cut there. Actually, this is part of one because I used the rest of it for a different one, and I'm just going to follow my heart design, just kind of forcing it to go where I want it to go. There we go. And then now I will cut into another one. So I just did a little slice. And if you need to make it into like little smaller pieces, if you can't get it to follow your design, you can do that. Just give it a cut in a few other places. There we go. And then when you get to the end, cut it up, and then make it line up here so that you don't have any open area. So there, that's how I got my shaker frame, went around the outside of my heart shape, and I can set this aside. Now, because I have the depth of the shaker frame here, I will need to add some dimensionals around these other edges. And I took 2 dimensionals and stacked them for each of these, just because 1 dimensional isn't deep enough. So this would be too deep, it would still kind of lift. So I just stacked 2 dimensionals on top of each other to get that space. Okay, So now I need to get my little flags done up there. Let's pull in a piece of this Whisper White paper. Okay. So the little crumb cake flag was really nice and easy. Just stamped it up with the Hearts of Flutter stamp set. And then for this other flag, it is plain. There's just a solid surface. Well, I wanted a little pattern in it. So this is pink pirouette. I inked up my stamp, and then this is a stamp from the Oh Hello set that has this nice chevron in it. So then once it's inked, I went down and up and picked it up and then stamped it over here. And now this is called the kissing technique, and now my other flag has that chevron design in it. So let's set this aside. Okay, and I'm going to pull in my Big Shot. I have it set up for the sizzlets, or I'm sorry, the framelits. So let's line up the flag framelit. There we go. And we'll line up this one. Love how they're bundled together so you can get the images and the framelits together at a special price. And then I'll roll that through. You can just pop your flags off the back side there. Let's pull in my piece. And let's put the flag up there. And this one up there. Now they are actually adhered down, but for fun I thought I'll add a couple of the little staples to it just to add a little bit to my card. Then I took a real red button and tied a piece of the Cherry Cobbler baker's twine through it. And with mini glue dots I just stuck that down. Now what I did is I took my glass glitter. Now sometimes you can put your, depending on the background, you can put your glitter in here, but because I want the heart to line up, I would like to put the glitter down on my heart. So I just took a spoon and took just a little bit and just laid it in the center of my heart there. I'll take just a bit more. And just make sure it's all in the center of the heart, because you know that the shaker frame is not going to go around in that area. And then remove my adhesive covers. And you want to leave on the top or the adhesive over your shaker frame until you need to put it down so other things don't stick to it by accident. And then set that down. Press down all around that shaker frame. There you go. And you have a fun card with the shaker in there. So I hope you enjoyed this Valentine's Day card, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris at mystamplady.com. You can find all the supplies that I used here at my website, www.mystamplady.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad I could share this idea with you.